The store didn't have coffee last time. I'll go check one more time, but I need coffee. At this time, the Union naval blockade of New Orleans disrupted the flow of coffee. Residents, particularly with French ties, were turning to chicory due to its affordability and ability to be grown locally. It was also utilized in the Great Depression, and it's still popular to find chicory root mixed with coffee down in New Orleans. Chicory root is native to Europe, North Africa, Western and Central Asia. The parts that are most commonly used are the root, the leaf, and the seed. And folklore and history, in a German legend, chicory and history. I can't say, those two are too common for me, I guess. I'm like verbally vomiting. In German legends, chicory is said to have been a beautiful princess who, after being deserted by her lover, requested it be changed into the plant. Other European mythology claims the plant is able to open doors and that its blue flowers symbolize hope, love, and desire. It has been used traditionally for a very long time by the Romans, Greeks, ancient Egyptians, Prussian Empire. By Romans, it was typically used as leaves on salads. And New Orleans, as I said before, mixes it with coffee. Chicory root prefers more acidic soils, and these plants grow naturally as a weed, and they're actually grown naturally in Minnesota. You always want to be self-sustainable, and you want to be cautious about what you're planting. Chicory root has a nutty, woody taste, earthy almost, and the energetics are bitter, aromatic, astringent, cooling, and tonifying. And if you don't know what those mean, I'm going to be doing another separate little short video just breaking apart all of those terms along with these terms if you are not familiar with them. The Western actions, though, they are anti-inflammatory, antipyretic, which that one is reducing and relieving fever. Choleretic, it's a depurative, it's a diuretic, blah, blah, blah. That's what it is. So chicory contains inulin, which is used, it's great to regulate blood sugar. It creates a healthy cholesterol and blood sugar levels and a hypoglycemic effect. So with that, you want to be cautious. If you're somebody that is already dealing with hypoglycemia, you would not want to drink or take chicory root. You also want to avoid chicory root if you are taking salicylates, warfarin, or anticoagulants. And also be cautious if you are pregnant or breastfeeding. Chicory root has all kinds of nutrients. It contains vitamin K, A, B9, C, B5, E, B6, B2, B3, B1, and choline. It also contains essential minerals like copper, manganese, potassium, calcium, and magnesium. So to even further break that down, the constituents of chicory root are carbohydrates, proteins, soluble fiber, phenolic compounds, inulin, coumarins, anthocyanins, tannins, and monomeric flavonoids, sesquiterpene, lactones. I said it, yes. Coumarin you can also find in cinnamon, but that is also the thing, so you don't want to take extended amounts of coumarin. Coumarin can kind of dump on the liver. So I've given a lot of clues, and we've already kind of touched base on what it does, but it is a digestion aid. So it is a tonic, a diuretic, it is a laxative, reduces heat and inflammation. It can help expel excess internal mucus, so kind of just loosen up, loosey-goosey, get rid of that extra gunk inside of you if you just got over a sickness and you maybe have some built-up phlegm inside. It can help just loosen that up and get that moving. It overall can improve appetite. It's been researched for reducing craving. Also has been utilized for the musculoskeletal system, so it's been used for rheumatism and gout. For the immune system, as we kind of touched on with the antipyretic, it is good for high fevers. It can help reduce that basal body temperature. Research has been done on the metabolics of, reducing oxidative stress and inflammation, and also improving dyslipidemia. So it is good for blood sugar balancing unless you are dealing with hypoglycemia and stuff like that. There was a double-blind controlled trial done for enhanced focal bifidobacteria levels. There's been research going into how chicory root can help with diabetes and how it can affect liver enzymes and interesting stuff like that. There is some studies on the effects of menopause and how it can enhance intestinal calcium absorption and improve bone markers in healthy postmenopausal women. So that's an interesting study research area that I didn't really expect to find with chicory root. There is a lot of interesting research and studies going into finding these energetics and actions, but there's also some really great history, stories, and traditions that we can look back upon as well to see what chicory root really is all about. So if you are interested in checking out chicory root after doing your own research and of course being safe and cautious, if you're interested in growing it, it takes 5 to 6 weeks indoors starting before transplanting outdoors. And for preparations, you can prep it in a lot of different ways. You can make tinctures, capsules, a decoction. If you want to hop over to my Instagram, we're doing an exclusive series where I'm making alternatives for coffee, and I did do a chicory root coffee over there. So if you'd like to learn how I did that, hop on over there. Otherwise, you can also have fun with different recipes. Some people actually brew chicory root coffee and they bake with it. That's more popular down in New Orleans. It's a popularized practice to simply add a little bit into your coffee to help it last longer. You could also make a poultice or use them culinarily, like I said, baking, or you can utilize the leaves on salads as they did during, what was it, the Greeks and the Romans that did that, I believe. And the seeds, aside from the root as is used for coffee, the seeds can be roasted, and then those can be used brewed and used for nausea, headaches, asthma, I believe. It's been utilized for a lot of different remedies and treatments. Now that I've had it and I know how I respond to it, I will definitely be experimenting with it more and kind of figuring out how I can use it medicinally and if I can maybe use it to make my coffee last longer. In this season of life, we are dealing with food issues and shortages, money shortages, food shortages. So I feel like as a society in general, we're kind of going back to our roots and trying to obviously make that buck stretch a little bit, trying to get that money to stretch a little bit longer. So anything that I can do to make my money stretch, I will definitely do. So if that's one thing, even if you're not interested in the medicinal parts or the herbal stuff, maybe just to help you save a little bit of money, you'd consider putting some chicory root in your coffee. So I will put some resources in the comments below of where you can either source herbs or learn about herbs. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and let me know in the comments if you are enjoying this and if you'd like more. It helps to motivate me to keep doing these videos. Liking and commenting, subscribe, and turn that notification bell on so that you don't miss my other uploads. And without further ado, I will catch you guys in the next video. Do not forget that you are loved and